We are live. Everybody, this is Alfredo, my buddy in Kansas City. Welcome to our second episode of Input Output. Alfredo, yeah.
Thanks so much for inviting me. I'm very excited about this. So you can see I've been preparing all week. Get my hair.
Yeah, his amount of professionalism is on par. If anybody out there watching on all the other streams, you can head over to my Twitch and ask us questions because we are live. So me and Alfredo, we met at a house party in St. Louis, or after party.
It was probably one of the dopest after parties I've ever been to.
Really? I'll take you to some better ones. You know, we've gone to some good ones. Yeah, no, we'll tell that story later. We'll tell that story later for sure. Yeah. Yeah. No. I had CDJs in St. Louis. I was like the first few people that had them personally. So it was like, I got hit up for this after party. And, I met Alfredo there. And, tell us a little bit about yourself, sir.
Well, my name is Alfredo, as you all know. I live in Kansas City. I'm in charge of Impact Entertainment's all daily, what's it called, things that we do, basically.
Operations manager.
Operations. English is hard. So
I know, it is. If you tune in next week, we'll have subtitles. So yeah.
I'm from Mexico City. I lived most of my life in Guadalajara. Then came to the United States to become an engineer. Graduated as an engineer. Started working as an engineer. So that all that corporation thing wasn't for me. So I started working with Boredom. And
shout out to Borda, Dance Festopia, all the family there.
Kevin. To all of them, and I ended up started my own company after, and I've been working with Aura nightclub here too. I'm their main talent buyer, and I also was tour manager for a while. I DJ, I produce, I make T-shirts, I put fences, I try everything that I can. I try.
Yeah, you put a lot of effort and everything. Dude, Aura is probably... I have so much fun every time I come back and I play at Aura, man.
Oh, dude, we'd love to have you there.
Yeah,
trust me, it's not easy to be able to, get, some good comments from everyone when anyone plays there sometimes, because they're not really, they're still just moving to be an EDM nightclub. And the owners...
It's hard because you have such, so many different genres, because it's like... You'll bring a heavy act in, and all of a sudden a house act the next week. So it's hard to be that consistent.
Yeah. That's it's hard. Sometimes we be bringing house people for a couple weeks, and then you have people like watching there or ATL in something completely different.
Aggressive. So yeah, how do you get past that?
Process.
Okay.
Sorry?
How do you get past that? Does that genre flipping? Being in the Midwest, obviously they don't get as many shows, but has it been okay?
Well, that's what whenever we started to put shows there, already started putting shows there, and then I came in with them. We tried to try basically everything to see what would be the best thing in the middle between an actual show, an actual EDM rave, and that will also be good for the tables.
Okay?
So whenever you came here, you saw mostly of the openers do a little bit more of open format, and that way when it's middle of the night, as long as the room is packed, the tables are going to stay there.
Everybody's juiced up. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So but the problem is whenever we'll start all night since the beginning with very aggressive music, then by the time that it's 12, all the tables already left. So it was a process of finding how we can do it. And at this point, we're literally we're going to start putting almost drum and bass shows there.
Dude, that's awesome.
We have iPhone takeover there. So
I'm so upset. With the whole Corona and everything, I really do believe 2020 was supposed to be the year of drum and bass. But
I completely agree. I used to play. watch myself.
Oh yeah, you got a little dribble down there.
Well, it's I think I'm gonna put this video later in my OnlyFans.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm trying to like make it as sexy as I can.
Yeah, watch it live. It's free, people. It's free right now.
I make anything for money.
Yeah, man. I mean, how's KC doing right now? Is everything pretty? I mean, obviously, was that in KC where that hairdresser infected like 90 people? Wow.
Yeah. Well, that's why I still have my hair long. So I was gonna go get my haircut, and my girlfriend was like, "Hey, no, you should definitely like wait or see if there's someone that like you know and you trust that they can just come in one day. You'll see them wash their hands and everything, change gloves, and they can go. But like, yeah, I'm not gonna go into a
right. It's sketchy, man. I mean, it's just like I mean, the numbers are going down here in Huntington Beach. I mean, like, but like, I got roommates that are higher risk, and it's not about like of course I want to go out and get a draft beer, but it's just like if you could comfortably just stay home, then stay home.
Exactly. And like, I mean, I did go to a restaurant the other day, and that's where my friends work there, and like you definitely have like 2 or 3 tables in between, and like we just went there, they cleaned all our table, they even gave us like more sanitizer there, and I mean, they just serve the food and you just leave. You basically don't go to the bathroom or anything. And this place was outside too, so that's like it's in a patio, so I definitely think it's better. But I mean, at least I don't know, like the Ozarks thing right now that I saw on TNC or whatever it was.
Oh yeah, those are the places that I play at. You know that, right?
I know. I was invited to go play the
we always do. I mean, shout out to Jason and everything. I know you guys are like. I know you guys are doing the temperature checks and everything, and it's just like
exactly.
No, we're not shunning or shaming anybody for going to do it. I'm just not going to participate.
Exactly, that's what I said. Is like if you want to go. Just let me know that you go, because I do want to have 2 weeks of quarantine with you, and then you can come have a beer with me. But
yeah. I mean, because like after this is all over, like hopefully we get a vaccine and stuff like that, or it subdues. Like it's I've gotten into it with people, but it's just like I'm like I just don't want you here, man. That's all it is, man. It's fine. Once this is all over, we're best friends again. But up until then, I can't. Yeah.
No. Same. I mean, and like I have a couple of friends that like the same that are high risk, and like for example, one of them works in the industry, and he's like the place he works at. He's even like already kind of going back to work. And like they're being very nice, and they've been like, "Hey, you are gonna be the last one that comes here, because they don't want him to get sick." So I mean, there's some places out there that like I'm doing it, definitely trying to help their people and everything here in Kansas City, and everyone in the industry has been helping each other. Everyone has been like sharing their stories for the other companies and everything, like trying to, because none of us are really making anything out of it, like. I mean, we're all trying to make sure that we all come out of this, because there's already bars and small restaurants and everything that are going to start closing down.
Oh, there already are. Yeah, I've been reading like complete lists of like St. Louis restaurants that are closed down. And these are iconic restaurants, man, and it's just like it is what it is, man.
Sucks. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so I mean, there's still at least going to be 1 or 2 months before we even. I'm thinking about.
I think so. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, it's crazy. I just drove through like Main Street down here, and they're getting wild, bro. It's like spring break for them. Yeah. It's like it's like spring break down here for them, and I'm just like, come on, man. You guys are at my grocery stores and stuff like that, but.
Yeah, and that's the main thing. Like sometimes it was, I'll be like, okay, if you want to go, because I mean, I did go and like hang out with 10 of my friends and things like that here and there, but it's always the same 10 people that we are all hanging out with.
Oh yeah, we're super careful.
We don't get out of that.
Like-minded people, yeah. Let me ask you this: when did you move here from Mexico City?
I moved from Mexico City to Guadalajara when I was 13, so 16 years ago. Then I moved here to the United States in 2010. I lived in the United States like every year. I used to be a swimmer, as you can see by my body. So
hairless.
I stayed in top shape. This is what top shape looks like. If Michael Phelps was in a camera, this is all the camera, man.
You've peaked. You've peaked. Yes, sir.
But
Oh man.
I used to come in every summer. I used to live in a different city and go to different like swim camps.
So I have to. Do you have a lot of pictures? Can you post it? Can you post the pictures up on the Facebook?
Oh, my pictures. So when I was
later though. But yeah.
Oh, I have posted them, man.
Oh,
a little bit. Oh yeah. Whenever they were asking for the 10-year challenge.
Oh,
that was me. Remember I put like my picture all ripped in front of a mirror.
There you go. We still have time to get back there.
Oh, dude, of course. We don't have plenty of time. But yeah. Whenever I was 2000, I got a scholarship. So in 2010, I went to Missouri University of Science and Technology in Rolla, Missouri.
Oh, Rolla. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I almost went to Rolla, but I don't think I could just deal with that big a ratio of male to female at a tech school.
Oh, yeah. I mean, honestly, like, it's not a horrible thing because, honestly, it's like it's a 3-to-1 ratio, and out of the 3 guys that you're competing with one of them doesn't go out of his house, so you only have to really compete against one. Because I mean, most of them are engineers.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't want to go outside, don't want to go to parties. Actually, whatever they do at our opening week presentation, they told us like 1 out of every 4 students flunks out in every school in America because of an alcohol problem. With when they start, because they just get thrown into the fire and they start like partying or whatever. Well, in Rolla, 1 out of 4 people flunk out of college because of video games.
Oh yeah. But that's crazy. Now that you could make so much money on that now. Obviously, we're on Twitch. I mean, it's crazy. It's really crazy that streaming esports world. They have complete warehouses here that are like you pay gym memberships, and and it's crazy. It's such a crazy enterprise.
Like a gym membership for go practice for video games.
Yeah, and you could sign up for like weeklies. They have like weeklies like Smash Brothers or like certain games every week. Yeah, and they have most of the equipment there. A lot of them just bring their own console, and they have like the screens and everything sitting there waiting for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean we've been doing in our shows normally we bring the Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart.
Yeah.
So like, because especially to our after parties, because we're trying to get people to like calm down instead of like keep like going as crazy as they can. So we'll just bring pizza and like give them free water and give them free pizza and give them video games, and it's helped a lot. Like to keep people coming back to our shows.
Really? I mean, yeah. I mean, again, I think a lot of people at the end of the day, a lot of promoters forget that you're there to throw a party.
Yeah. Exactly.
They just get so excited because they bring these big artists and they're just like worried. But like at the end of the day, like you're there to throw a party and make sure people are having a good time. People forget that. Yeah. That's the first base, and everybody when they get bigger, they tend to forget that.
There was a couple of shows like I remember, like if it was in an Aura, if it was a Ride Room, I would just be, you just bring the DJ and bring the openers, and you are like here. And then, like, we start doing more stuff. We start, like, decorating and stuff. Like I said, bringing art. We'd love to have, like, people having live painting at our shows and everything.
Yeah, like, the art side.
Yeah. So, I mean, definitely, like, sometimes it's not just about the music. There's the whole scene, the community is a whole, like, completely different monster. You have all the people that want to do full art during the shows and gotta be accommodating with all that, and it's luckily like we at Aura, like they also let us do it. One of the few clubs I know that will let anyone come in with any kind of flow art as long as they're not like in the way.
Yeah, but it gets way too packed to even do that after like.
Oh no, Aura gets ridiculous packed. Yeah. Well, we have those like little stages.
Yeah.
If someone comes and he's doing it and they're very good, they can go. People will like let them go up there and like not bother them or anything.
So if nobody's ever been to Aura in Kansas City, the way I explain it's super narrow. So they have it elongated where like the DJ's in the center, and what's awesome about this club is you guys have invested so much money in production back into it, and shout out to the whole team and Lance for Lance. I've been trying to work with him.
We have another guy, Jacob is a new guy. Yeah, they are the guys that make it happen. Like, I mean, every time I just show up, and then like these lasers are doing new things. They show up like before me, and they stay and leave after me, and they'll be the ones that are there at the day before.
It's when passion, we have man. It's like, passion.
They love it. And they're very good.
Yeah, they love what they do, and like it's just so much respect. I mean, even with like the live streaming stuff I'm doing here, it's multiple camera angles, and it's just constantly just trying to be better every week. So yeah. I mean, it's passion for them, man. That's awesome. That, you know I love it when I play Dance Festopia and Lance is doing my visuals because he's obsessive.
No, exactly. I love it. I get in the groove, and I mean, nothing will like distract him. Like nothing can get on his way.
Yeah, I want him on this show. I don't know how he would do, but he's
definitely. Yeah, I would definitely bring him on.
Yeah,
he has his stories. I mean, he's worked in Dance Festopia, I don't know how many years too, and like plus Aura, and like now he's also making his own music, and I mean he's good, very good at making music. I'm pretty sure he has a song already out on Beatport and everything.
Oh, nice.
He's like one of the most talented and artistic people I know.
Obsessive too. I mean, you guys tell me that like when he at Dance Festopia, you gotta like make him stop and eat and drink water.
Yeah. I remember that, like, if you don't bring him something and you're like, here, eat, he won't stop, because like he knows what he's doing, and like he's not like he doesn't trust other people to do it, because Mitchell helps.
He just knows he could do it better.
No, Mitch is just as good, or better in certain aspects and everything. He's just like they're like, hey, I'm doing this. If I get out of here, everything is gonna go like. I'm not gonna make him do those 2 jobs or something, so he just gets. He enjoys it so much.
He loves it. Trust me. Here's the big thing when I go to shows and stuff like that, and we're older now, so like we're not at the rail, we're not dancing. No. But even at Dance Festopia, we were hanging out in the back. We're always in the back, and we always find all our friends in the back and stuff like that. And they're like, "Why aren't you dancing?" I'm like, "I don't need to. I actually have more fun watching the production happen than I have more fun working than actually being in the crowd, so
I mean, every time that like I go to like even a dry room, I will be always by the like, I don't know if you've ever been to dry room, but like the inside you have the main room, and then you have like a step down and like some kind of like an old like a rock house wherever you go into the bar area, so you have like a different setting where the bar is at, and I'll be always back there, because I mean, first of all, like you said, we're getting older, so I don't want to put like a lot of stress in my ears.
My back hurts too. Yeah, no, I'm always out in the smoking section because it's a little quieter and we could talk.
I can still hear it.
And I will say this every episode and every show: hearing protection is cool, kids.
Yeah,
hearing protection is very cool.
Very important, yeah. And there's like so many different options. Like there's even very cheap ones that you can just order. Or
just
even like
something, yeah,
the foam ones. Like I had a friend that like when she would forget him, she would use paper towels. That is
just
better
something,
than nothing.
Yeah, because it's just like, I mean, I get yelled at for turning down my monitors all the way down, because a lot of times, a lot of clubs, the monitors are the sound for the VIP section, and I will turn my shit down 100% because I just like to give my ears a break once in a while.
Oh yeah. I mean, I DJ with Spin Stuff. I don't know if you know him. But he's the homie. That's who I always do my like back to backs with, or like we work together like with Savage Thursdays and everything. And he's old school, so he has his monitor all the way up.
Oh,
and like every time he passes me the headphones, I'm like, dude.
And then like you deal with some of those old heads, and they're like, don't be a bitch, dude. Turn it up. Don't be a fucking bitch. I'm like, damn, homie. Oh God.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. There's like earpods that you can wear while you're also wearing your.
Oh yeah, no, I just keep my earbuds on like this the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, I have nice headphones, but like I break so many headphones. I don't know how. I don't know why. So like earbuds, so the biggest comment I get when I'm playing is, "Oh, he's wearing Apple earbuds." I'm like, "No, bro." I mean, they're JBLs, but
they look like, yeah.
Yeah. So it is what it is. I still do my job.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, no, there's even times whenever I play house, I don't even wear headphones. So
yeah, I mean, for the most part, there's what people don't realize. There's so much. We're DJing in a digital age now, so there's so much information out there. So if you have your songs analyzed correctly, you have everything set up correctly, you really don't need headphones if you know your music that well.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can correct, like, as long as they're like kind of in the beat and it's just a little bit off, you can correct it very quick.
Really quickly. I mean, yeah, and that comes from me playing in like band my whole life. So yeah. So
yeah, I didn't play bands, but
I was a geek. I was a band geek my whole life. So
dude, I was a swimmer geek, dude. I was a nerd.
What's swimmer geek though?
every geek, like, I mean, honestly, if you ever like, jocks are not normally like.
Yeah, I guess the swimmers are like the long, tall, lanky kind of.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's people that like can be in a pool for 3 hours without talking to anyone, basically. And just like with their thoughts, so it's very introverted people.
I never thought about that way. Yeah,
I mean,
So,
I mean, I swim the mile, so I would be like swimming sometimes 4 miles, like actually like 4 sets of 1 mile, like doing hours and hours. Like I literally would be staring at the floor with my thoughts.
Yeah. Anybody listening live right now? I mean, we'll gladly take some questions. If they're good, just like requests, only if they're good, and usually they're not good. But yeah. So tell me about you DJing right now. What, like, you have so many little. I mean, we're good friends, but you have so many little side projects. It's sometimes hard to keep up with, but like everything you do has been pretty dope. I really loved your was it White Sauce? Where you did the old school dubstep set?
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite sets of Dance Festopia last year.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm like, well, who is this guy?
I kind of like, he looks familiar, but.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, because you love playing everything. I mean, again, I say, like, there's no bad genres, there's just bad curators, Yeah. And it's just like. And you give everything your flavor. Like I kind of quit playing the tech house stuff because my heart wasn't in it. So you could just tell your sets are bad. You know what I mean? When somebody really doesn't love the genre and they're just trying to do it, like I just kind of gave up on it because I am in more of the bass realm, not dub, but like just the heavier stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you don't like what you're playing, people are not gonna like it, even if they like that what you're playing.
Yeah, real knows real. They'll see it real quick, and it's just like, what's the point,
Exactly, and that's like what, that's why like I started doing the White Sauce thing too, because I'm not the biggest fan of certain genres of like dubstep.
Yeah,
that's like are like newer. So I was like, you know what?
So White Sauce is 2012 like UK dub or like okay.
Yeah. I mean, I said that we're an old school Dead cover band.
Oh damn, that's awesome.
That would basically be it. And like it's Nick and I. We are. I don't know. Nick is one of the guys from Columbia, Missouri. You know him.
Yeah.
DJ Awkward, and he's he has taught me so much about like how to DJ, especially at clubs. It's impressive. I mean, he's probably one of the best open format DJs I know by far. It's like crazy how good he is. And
I loved the. I mean, my start was I played at a lot of hip hop black clubs. So like older black women are really hard to please, but if you get them going, man, I mean,
you can do anything.
Oh yeah, it taught me a lot. I mean, I never really loved hip hop, but I could kill those sets, 90s hip hop, so well.
See, for example, I'm not really good because then I didn't grow up with that music, so I didn't really like know it or anything or enjoy it.
Oh, for sure.
Like the other day, I don't remember someone was playing a Biggie song, and I was like, dude, that thing is fire. And like my girlfriend was like, you know who that is? It's like, oh, do you know who Alejandro Fernandez is? It's like, no.
Yeah.
Same thing. But like, yeah, I mean, I started DJing when, actually at a gay club in Mexico. That's where I started DJing.
Oh, that's hard too, man.
Yeah, when I was like, well, actually in Mexico, it was very easy because they really liked tribal house and like it was the music I liked. So it was very easy for me because
I mean, house was really dope back then too. That's the house that I loved back then. It's gotten washed over a little bit now, but
well, yeah, definitely. I mean, there's like some very, very good like projects. Like for example, Spin Cells, the guy I work with, like he's with Confession. Every single song he has is like completely different. Like he doesn't have like, even though like you can tell it's his song, it's not like it's the same preset and the same template, just changed the keys. No, like it's something completely different. Mm-hmm. But like I mean, like it's true. Like that's why it's so easy to mix house whenever without headphones, because it's basically the same sound over and over and over.
Okay, so, let's list off your aliases. There's Penguin. Human Penguin. He's the house alias. Okay.
Yeah, he's the one. He's the one I started with. I used to do in the that started like with the fraternities and everything. So it was like all kind of music, but then I separated it. But it was Human Penguin. Yeah, it's house music.
No, well, have you ever dressed up as Batman the Penguin?
No.
The Robert De Niro one?
No, I haven't seen it.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
No, not Robert De Niro. Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No. I used to drink. I need to do that. That's why I'm getting. This.
Yeah, you're getting ready. You're committed. You're a very committed person. Yeah, I get it.
Exactly.
So there's Human Penguin. There's White Sauce.
Yeah.
What else do you do? I mean, you do you play pretty much open format when you're opening for a lot of these artists.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, whenever we do, Nick and I, because he's the other one that like now is like doing mainly most of the opening DJ sets there at Aura. He will do, depending on which the artist is. That's the thing. Like he's very good at that. Depending who's the artist is, he will be. Some people show up early that they don't want open format. That they're ready to go to like if it was a show, like if it was a rave. So he's very good at mixing, like Billboard with dubstep and with like you
have to. I mean,
house
it's
and
like
house
and people get really stubborn with their genres. I'm like, at first, like if you're not on a tour, like they're there to be entertained.
Exactly.
And in today's age, there is a remix for everything.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Exactly. Yeah, and when people go to a club, a lot of the times, they're going just because it's a club. They're not like, oh, A-Track is playing, I want to go see A-Track. No, they're there just because like the club is packed and they're like, dude, this place looks dope, let's go in. And then a lot of the times when they ask them like, oh, it's $20. Oh my God, why?
Yeah, that's hard because it fluctuates a lot and people don't pay attention, and yeah, you have the walk-in crowd too. But yeah, I don't miss it, man. I don't miss like having to run out to the door. I mean, I will do it once in a while, but like, it's all right. Wild card.
I'll just put my OnlyFans later.
I gotta get your potassium in. I get it. Now I can't think. Tell me about Impact.
Okay, so Impact, it's a company I started with one of my best friends, and we started in Kansas City just putting small shows, mainly at Riot Room, and then we started getting our production, the promoter group bigger and bigger, and then we did a couple of shows in Omaha. Now, like, we're probably just gonna stay here in Kansas City, but we have, bigger projects coming, so we wanna like make sure that we just stick to one place instead of like spreading it. But we also have Impact Music Festival, and
that's at Riot Room.
Yeah, I mean, and then, that's at Riot Room.
Okay.
And then this year we're not gonna do it because of all the coronaviruses.
Yeah, I mean 2020's canceled, man.
yeah, basically. But we are. Then we also have.
Now, are you an entertainment company, or are you a label, or just kind of a?
Oh, we're also managing an agency company.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah. So for example, we represent Spin Styles and we represent also Altitude Sam. You remember him?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, we do everything. You know, like nowadays, like a lot of companies definitely have to. You just to be able to like stand out in the EDM community, they have to do basically everything.
You do. You have to curate a show, and then you throw your artists in, and it's hard.
And
it takes a team.
Yeah. And but you know, and then like if you're a promoter and you have artists, it's very easy to like exchange shows because you know we're not the only company that does that. So like you have people in New Mexico or in Denver or in Arizona or in LA, you know, that they're like, hey, if you book my guy, I'll book one of your guys and we'll exchange. You know, like especially for like people coming up is very important because it's like you need to get your name out there and it's the easiest way of like building it. And like I mean, and I definitely like to bring younger people into most of our shows, even if they're as openers, because you know it's to build the relationships and you know it's nice to see whenever you are like someone that you know kind of brag about it, be like, yeah, I was the first guy that brought this guy to Kansas City.
Yeah, for the most part, you're just putting him out there. Let's talk about. I don't know if it was. I play Kansas City every once in a while, but that one time that we went to that after party. So Alfredo brought me out there to, I think I was opening for Vincent or something like that, and
or Benzie.
Benzie, one of those guys, yeah. And so like you know, I got one of the girls' numbers when I was DJing. Is really really gorgeous Asian girl. I mean, you know, everybody agreed. And we're just hanging out at Alfredo's somebody's house, and the girl was like, come through to our spot, we're having an after party. And I showed Alfredo, I think I showed Joe, one of your good friends. I'm like, this is the girl that wants to hang out, and you're like, let's do this.
Yeah,
you know, and we get there, it's already sketchy to begin with because she's not picking up her phone, and when she finally does, we get in there.
Oh yeah, because we have to wait in the parking lot for like 10 minutes. I forgot.
Yeah, so we get there, and were there 2 couples or 3 couples?
I think you know, I think it was 3 couples and like a couple
an extra person and 1 extra person. We were the extra dudes.
We were, oh yeah.
We were the extra.
I don't think that's the other thing. It was like 4 or 5 of us because it was Joe, you.
I think it was 4 of us.
Joe's friend, and myself. So it was 4 of us. So it was like 3 couples, 1 guy, and then 4 dudes.
Yeah, so like I guess we were getting tricked into DJing the after party, and there was like some Serato XS controller there, and we're all trying to figure that out. And as we're figuring that out, the couples start grinding on each other and trading partners, and we're just like, what the fuck is going on?
But yeah, I mean, we're like right there in the living room, and somebody starts like grinding, like making out with the other one, like right there in front of us, and we're like, dude, we haven't really even started playing. Like we know our music is very sexy.
There's no real alcohol or anything to keep it going, and like.
Oh yeah, because that's the other thing they told us. They were like, oh yeah, we have a couple bottles for you guys here, and whatever you guys need. Yeah. I was like, okay, perfect. We show up there, and I had the bottle, you know, that the DJ left, and I took it. So like,
yeah, you had it in your bag, and then all of a sudden,
like I pulled that, and I was the rest of the alcohol, and we're like, okay. And then we start playing music, and like then we just see like someone go into the room, and then
no. Before that, it was her boyfriend pulled out a dildo and started deep throating it in the living room. We're like,
I think I was too entertained with Serato to see that.
Oh yeah, no, that was happening, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? and
I was like, dude, you told us to come.
I didn't know. I'm a guest in your city. I'm not gonna. You know, it makes for good.
You were very excited about getting laid. So who
isn't? I mean, you're
gonna get laid.
We were a unit. We were a full team working together to make it happen. I get it, but like, yeah. And then all of a sudden, the couple started going into the bedroom, and we're like, yeah, we gotta go. We gotta.
Oh, but no, one of the guys came out basically naked. I was like, okay, yeah.
When did this happen? What?
Oh, dude. I mean, I guess
I don't remember that. Okay.
Maybe you like turn around.
Okay.
But he came to say bye with him and just like grabbing his junk, basically. Like I'm pretty sure You could see them, remember? Like, we could see them. Like,
yeah, we were just like high key. We were just so wanting to play music. Like I just want to play I want to get my flash drive working. Like I really do want to play music, or at least get it. It was like
that's like all we care about.
I think it was just the principle at that point of just trying to get the music working. Because but I'm like, dude, we gotta go. So
and then he's like, okay, I guess I'll just put this. You guys, you don't want to stay? No, we're definitely 100% leaving.
We're a little outnumbered. So it's like,
yeah. I mean, it reminded me of Rolla.
Oh God, no! I mean, yeah, that's definitely one of the weirdest things, and I don't mind if you give me shit for that for the rest of our lives. So I deserved it, but you did agree.
It's a perfect joke. It's a perfect joke. It's like
we'll be hanging out, and you're like, "Yo, you want to go DJ this orgy?" I'm like, "Again, bro? Again?"
Well, but now you can say, on those things on Facebook where it's like 10 points if you ever were in an orgy, you can say yes. We technically were in there.
We're in the room.
We didn't do it, but we were definitely present.
Yikes.
Street cred.
Yeah, the hoods of fucking Kansas City. Yeah. You told me I didn't know. You told me you used to. Did you? What was your involvement with Boombox and working with those guys?
Oh well, I mean, I tour managed for them for like all their dates basically they had in Midwest. This was like it was only with America. I mean, I did like 5 or 6 dates. It was like Arkansas, Omaha, St. Louis, and something else.
How'd you link up with those guys?
Oh, I mean, so it's a funny story because like when I was growing up, I used to go to Monterrey pretty often, and one of my friends there that I used to swim with. You're a
swinger.
Swimmer, not swinger.
Oh, swimmer. Oh, swinger. Same. Anyways.
I mean, I swim and swing. And they used to play paintball. So like apparently they were in the like kind of the same team or something. So they knew each other. So whenever they came to Kansas City, I was telling them about it, and they were like, "Yeah, dude, like you kind of like look familiar." So like it was just like that, and then we started like linking up every time that we would get in the same city or whenever we were at the same festival. And one thing led to another. So he was like, "Hey, I'm in Arkansas. You want to come TM for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I just like didn't tell my ex-girlfriend at the time. She was pissed off because I told her I was going to something else.
Yeah.
I was like on my way to Arkansas to tour manage for my friend.
Yeah, but
it
was worth it, right?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, no, I loved it. And like, I mean, she's my ex, and I'm still doing this. So.
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. I will tell you this: like, I started out in St. Louis, and it's pretty small market, small town, and stuff like that. But like, I've definitely like working hard, and I've a lot of my homies that I started out with in St. Louis are out here too in LA and in California, and it's just you have to have that drive, man. It's so cool, like, and this is what I try to tell people: just be a good person, because you never know, like 10 years down the line you're gonna work with that person again, because the EDM industry is so small.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like everyone knows everyone.
Everyone knows everyone, and if you want to name drop, I mean, every label, every company has maybe 5 people on their team. And it's just like everybody knows each other, and if you have
everybody knows everybody, like that's why like when guest lists for like things like EDC Vegas or Ultra, like you might be an agent or you might be a promoter or whatever, but like unless you like know our homies, those guest lists get big.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like I can't get guest list spots probably for those.
You never know.
It's more like I can only get guest list spots to your shows.
I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Man, a lot of the bars and everything are opened up in Huntington. So you think Aura and everything's gonna be opened up by July?
No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, I think that, like, honestly, like, we have no idea, because also the mayor of Kansas City, he's been like very, very, really like slow opening anything.
Yeah.
I think it's really gonna have to do what happens in the next 2 weeks. If all these people that went to the Ozarks get sick, then they're gonna put us in like at least 2 more months for sure.
Yeah.
But if like all these people went to the Ozarks and nothing happens, then they're gonna be like, okay, so I guess like we don't really have to social distance anymore, and they will like probably open it more. So it's really gonna happen in the next 2 weeks. But I mean, right now I don't have any shows on schedule. Like I've been canceling month by month.
Yeah.
Like all the June shows are canceled. So if like not they don't let us open like 100% by the middle of June, all the July shows are gonna be canceled. And I've been doing it like that. But I mean, right now, like at least what me and I mean, because I work with both with Stu, who is the owner of Aura, and with Dallas at Riot Room. They both have been like on the same page, like tell me the same thing. He's like, dude, until they let us open 100%, we're not gonna open, and it's maybe October, maybe September. Yeah. I mean, that's utopical. It will also tell us a lot. Like if that happens, and like in the side of the EDM community in Kansas City, nothing happens. Or there's the other one. There's the recognition in Oracle, I think. If that one also like happens and everything, like our own community, you can see that no one really got sick. It will let us like also start putting more shows.
Yeah, I hope so.
Like what I'm saying is,
a lot of
the first one to put it.
right.
I'm gonna be the one that like puts everything out there and be like, hey, I'm gonna organize the first show. I'm gonna let someone else take the.
Yeah, I mean, because we want everybody to be safe, obviously, but like some businesses are just getting desperate because you still, it's just. And they say we're gonna open up with limited capacity, but then all of a sudden there's a line outside, and then you just get pressured to let everybody in, and that's what's happening in the Ozarks, obviously.
Exactly, and like I mean, also these bars and everything, because it happened also in Kansas City the weekend before that. They were letting us starting like some bars open up, and some of the bars were like, okay, so what happened since it's not illegal to have it completely open.
Yeah.
But it's because it's not like so the owners are like, okay, I'm gonna open it 100% and let everyone in, and they're gonna fine me, so I'll pay the fine.
Right. Because we have to get. I get it.
Yeah. I can't tell. Because they're like, okay, if I don't do this, my business is gonna go, bankrupt. So might as well just try to do it and see how long you can last.
Mm-hmm.
Until they close you, basically.
How do you feel about the whole live streaming revolution that we're having right now?
See, I like it. I mean, I started like a lot of the first sets I ever done were streams. Like I don't know if you remember Mixify or whatever was called the page, where there was this page where you would go and you would you create your little avatar, and you would plug your controller into the internet, and you would go and like play songs for like random people, and you would just put like, oh, I am doing house music, and like people would like search for house, they would go and tune in, and you will have like 4 or 5 people or bigger people, maybe more. And that's how I started like, I mean, DJ in the United States, basically. Like every Friday or Saturday, whenever after practice.
Yeah.
So
were you being filmed at the time too, or just your mixes?
No. Like I said, you create your little avatar, and it was just a little like fake avatar moving.
Cool. Yeah, I mean,
it was on the audio.
Yeah, a lot of people I've been talking about, like they're like 50-50 about it. They really either hate it or they love it. I love it because I get to put my art out there.
And exactly. Yeah. I mean, also like I love it because I get to see other people's art that I couldn't see normally.
Right. I mean, for the most part, every DJ out there should have their one mix every year at least. But yeah, besides that, yeah, it does get diluted. It does get like some of these bigger artists. It does get hard for them to, because they're not real open format DJs. They have their set list. They have their album. Have their producers. So it's like it's hard for them to play every week, because even when you look at and watch like the Dylan Francis and Diplo, they're just playing house music in the background. They're really not really doing big show. You know what I mean? Like big sets and it's just them hanging out.
I don't. Yeah, no, exactly, and that's what I've been doing with my friends too, and that's how they're doing. You're just hanging out with the people that like you trust, that you can be around, and just like getting it out. And I like I've seen those, like the Diplo with Dylan Francis, and like for example Truth, that they do it like all the time. So like, you know, they're like doing, you know, they do it every week, like before they even the coronavirus and everything, every Thursday Truth will play a show. So like, I mean, some people are taking it very seriously. Some people are like, you know, just enjoying themselves.
I love it. I mean, it's keeping me motivated. I'm like keeping active. I mean, like, it's just gonna be like a side thing when we get back and open and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm loving it, man. And the big thing is we both stream on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So we don't.
Well,
we don't.
That was 1 hour earlier. So when ours was finishing, yours was starting.
Yeah, but like I would like to watch yours, but I'm such a perfectionist, so I'm sitting here like trying to set everything up, make sure everything runs correctly, because I've had something go wrong every week. It's been annoying, but it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean,
you're pretty good at the program. Like what I've seen is like you also have like way more experience than us. We are like
no, bro. We're on the same level, bro. Like it's just.
Oh, dude, I can't do like all the magic stuff that you do.
I love it. It like does all these effects. I just change everything over and like it's been a good experience. I mean, but we'll definitely how do I now I don't even know how to work this right now.
Okay, now you can.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, no, like
it's all. So what I was getting at with that with me and you, like, so everybody everybody that's stayed this long for the interview, we're gonna start trying to work with each other and like do like a 4 or 5 hour set with multiple DJs on Thursdays. So
yeah, and we're gonna do like you will be doing DJs from LA and in your area.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing DJs from here, and we'll even have like Nick try to see if he can coordinate and get some DJs from Columbia, Missouri too. So I mean, I'll be down to like, you know, people that are our homies to like.
Yeah, I want to put everybody on there. That's my goal with everything I'm doing with the live stream is to put everybody's story out there and make sure my dope artist friends are getting noticed.
Exactly. And like, for example, whenever I do we do our streams, since it's like 4 or 5 of us, you get to show someone different to people that have never seen him. So for example, if I have you in my stream, like my friends most of them have never seen you play.
Right.
And the other way around. So you're exposing friends to new music. Like, I mean, and that's what I like. You know,
that's what I love about it. Like, cause like I play a lot of like markets, you know, and it's just like these people see me maybe twice a year, and now they get to see me a lot more often. So.
And it shows your commitment. Like people don't understand because they won't see you every week. What it's like that every week you have to go and find new music, because there's some songs that you're gonna play, but like every week you have to change it a little bit.
Yeah,
that's why every time. But
I was doing 2 days a week, but it was getting really hard to play 2 different complete sets every time. That's still my style.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what I've been having to do is, because we do it every 2 weeks, it's just changing the genre that I'm playing. So like I played drum and bass the other day. And then last time I played like house, and then I'll do a dubstep set, and then like I'll do like a more like hip hop-ish set. Like I've been trying to do like, because I mean, you run out of songs.
Yeah, and it's just like it's cool. I mean, it's so. I'll tell you this: like playing in different cities was low key really nice, because I could just throw all my banger songs out there, and nobody's heard that stuff before. But again, like it killed me a little bit, because it's just like same shit, different city. Not to say that we don't, we're not appreciative about it, but like, bro, like I just, it was hard, man. It was hard.
Yeah, no, like especially, I don't know how like some people like I would always have like whenever I'm playing 2 or 3 times in a week in different cities or different like I will be playing one time in Rolla and then in Nebraska and then in Missouri or something like that. I'll definitely have like a playlist, and I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll change a couple of things here and there. Yeah. But like, even though like I freestyle it, I do have a playlist that I just played out of. Like I'm not, like I don't know how like some DJs, like I would go crazy like, but I mean that's how they have to do it, because man, if you have 14 songs and your set is 14 songs long, people want to hear your 14 songs that you have.
Yeah, I mean it's hard, man, because like sometimes like I mean that's the difference between like some people that just want to be entertainers and doing it for the paycheck versus artists that want to just, be creative. Yeah. And it's hard because it's just like you have to be an entertainer first because that's what pays the bills.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I mean, like all those people that are like, I have problems with that sometimes. Like they'll come over to play at Aura, and I'll be like, dude, it's 9:30 p.m. You can't play rhythm. Like,
what do you mean? Rhythm is live.
And he's like, well, like, that's what I play. It's like, well, like, you can't. You gotta like, I mean, you gotta be able to. And the promoters also like job to do to be able to create a night that is seamless and it's like, especially if you're DJing 6 hours, you can't just go there and be like, boom, I'm gonna open with Red. Like you have to like get people to like welcome it into the room. And it's, some people that only go to festivals and raves, it's like they don't see that. Like I remember whenever I went to see Excision at the Silver Star Arena, it was like you get there and like I think the first one was like already like playing rhythm like when I got there, and I'm old. I want, like,
you gotta ease into it.
Yeah. Taking that, I gotta be taking into dinner and everything. I gotta be playing house first, and then move from there. For me, like or hip hop or something. Like I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, I've been always able to. For me personally, I don't know how to explain it to people. Like I when I jump on the decks, I'm not like crazy into it, but like I generally want the audience to know that the DJ changed. So I mean, I have my style, and I have like, so even any genre, even with house stuff like that, I always go to like the bassier realm. So it's just like you just gotta make it your own style and be creative with it. And I love doing that, man. And it's just like people just get lazy, man.
Yeah.
They don't want to put in their work. So.
And like, there's a couple of songs that like I play, or like
ways that it's you. Yeah.
Yeah, people will know it's you. Yeah, like I will have friends like, whenever you're with your friends, you're outside in the smoking area, and then you're like, oh, dude, these guys just started, and you can tell like what is being played.
Yeah, why not? I mean, why don't you want that? You know what I mean? You don't want to sound like everybody else. And like that's why like I tell a lot of these younger DJs I make a lot of my own edits now because I was just tired of playing everything everybody else was playing.
Yeah, I don't really like doing edits as much as doing them live though. Like I have a lot of like songs that I play mashup back to back that like is basically like doing live mashups, but like that I know that the way I DJ, like it's very easy for me to like put two songs together. Like I've
been loving playing with 3 decks. I need 3 or 4 decks. I come from the Serato world. I'm just like could work really fast, but now it's like on 2 decks I just can't do what I need to do.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, I like playing back to back with Nick. It like makes it so much easier too sometimes because like I said, he's an amazing DJ, and he will be like, we're very good at like compliment. He'll be like, okay, oh, you're going that way. So it's like a challenge. We're like challenging each other.
Oh yeah, I love that. At the higher level where everybody has the same technical skill, like when you're up there, like I could care less. Like these younger kids, like throw out all your bangers out there, dude. I have more because I have.
Yeah, exactly.
I have
18 years.
Yeah, so yeah, I have age on you, and I will still kill it. I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, it's fun, but yeah, it's hard sometimes for new kids to understand that. And I'm not saying it as like, oh, I'm old school, I'm older. It's like more like, hey, dudes, be open to play things that, or like be open to like, because like you have to play things that you like, but you also gotta be able to like things that normally maybe you wouldn't like. Like that's one of the things. Like I would play house at dubstep shows a lot. And I would have a lot of people come over and be like, dude, I didn't know I like house.
Dude, and that coming from the Midwest, I'm like, I love all my bass head friends that finally figure out there's other genres besides bass nectar.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like,
yeah,
what?
exactly. I mean, even bass nectar now realized that he plays house now.
Does he really? I mean, but does he do it as well as Zeds does it? I don't. Nobody will.
Like, I mean,
nobody will.
People are gonna get mad. Whatever. I'm a Zed's Dead guy.
We are. No, I mean, even at Forest last year, Zed's Dead Day was a lot busier than the Bass Nectar Day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Fight me. I don't care. That's a whole episode that's a whole hour episode. You want to talk about that?
Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah. It's another episode of like when we went to festivals. Because how many festivals have we gone? We're not gone together, but we also been to a lot.
We go to everything, man. I mean, but I try to tell a lot of like the bass heads, like I'm like it's not that he doesn't make good music. It's just the reason you guys love it so much is because it's very sentimental. You guys work really hard to spend a lot of money to go party with your best friends. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun. But
exactly. And like when people are like, dude, it's about the creative events, like because that's when all the homies go to, like
Yeah, I'm with my best friends.
And like for me it's more a thing of like, it's not that it's not bad or anything, like because I've seen him like 14 or 15 times, like.
Oh yeah, where's your pashmina?
Dude.
Where's your pashmina? That's not a pasture. You're at Groove Cruise right now, sir. You're at Groove Cruise.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that was like I've seen it 14, 15 times, and most of the times, like the only time I really liked it was at Dance Stopia, and it was because also I was like, all my friends, I was with a group of 30 people, so I was like, okay, not even really remembering.
Under the influence.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful because it's so sentimental. But like once you start like anything with any music and stuff like that, like I constantly tell a lot of people like all genres are in competition. Like I don't care. Like so like show me what the best like house music has, or if you're just gonna show me this trash tech house that everybody else is playing, I'm not gonna fall in love with it. So
no. Like show me something that like can represent that genre, but like that is not normal. Like for example, right now the Sponges, what they're doing with tech funky house, I love that. Like things like that. But like but like also like when people are like, well, you never been to a like this kind of event, it's like but you never been to this event. Like I mean, when people are like, oh, curate events, and I was like, talk to someone that went to the ship, and you'll see what like a event is. Like the different events. Like every little festival and every little thing has its. For example, that's why I like going so much to Dance Dystopia, because whenever it's just all my friends.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what I say a lot is that there's no bad genres. There's just bad curators. There's some country bangers out there. There's some.
Oh, Taylor Swift.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we're running up on our hour right now. Let me ask you this: what would you give, advice-wise, to somebody getting into the industry? I mean, obviously, none of us are going to get paid in the next 2 years.
I mean,
but
all the thank yous. Paid off the thank yous. No,
I mean,
the most important thing I would say to do is like be open, like to do things that you don't want to do, and be open, to people. Because like the way I got into the scene was going to shows before the promoter would get there and setting up stuff for him.
Yeah, it's the core stuff. It's hard work.
Exactly. If you want to work for a DJ and you want to take photographs, go and talk to promoters. I will do it, and just show up before in time and everything. But like, just don't think that people are just gonna come to you, even if what you're doing is good. You have to go and try to like force yourself into the industry or the industry.
It's hard, man. It's a full-on business, man. It's just.
So, I don't know if that's like advice, but it's like.
Yeah, it is. I mean, the first part of success. So first part of success is showing up. Yeah, and a lot of people don't do that.
No.
People want to get there at 11:30, 12, where all the partiers are coming. And,
Like I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. In Kansas City, I have 4 or 5 photographers I work with regularly that I give them every show that is big. One of them let me down 3 times and didn't show up.
Right.
He's not in that group. All the other ones, when the manager asked me, send me a photographer, I send that list because they show up in time. They give me their stuff back in time. There's actually 2 or 3 photographers that don't do it. They're not. So it's basically, like you said, show up, go in time, do your job. Don't show up fucked up. Like,
oh my God,
that's working. That's fine.
That's such
but
a big
don't get
thing,
there
bro.
to the point that you can't even DJ.
Oh God, I mean that's my big thing. Like I play in so many different cities, and I won't get trashed because, prospectively, these are the people hiring me. So it's just like if I can't take control of myself, then why would you want to pay me? I'm
exactly.
not. I'm talented, but not that talented, you know. And it's just like that's why I go to festivals and I let go there because nobody knows.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, and sometimes it's fine to get fucked up while you're DJing, but don't show up fucked up.
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? Like if your set is at 12, like normally I don't start drinking if I'm DJing until I start DJing.
Yeah, because you care. I mean, obviously, you care about your product that you put out.
Yeah, but like if I start DJing I'm the last guy to DJ, then probably I won't drink at all or drink too much all night because I want to be able to. Unless it's one of my own nights. Sometimes I got very fucked up.
No, yeah, we all deserve our nights.
Because is there and he can just play for me and Nick, so I'll be like, oh, you guys got it right.
Yeah, but once it's a habit, you can't. It's a job, man. People forget that it's a job first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
yeah, exactly.
Thank you again. Anybody in KC or in the Midwest, I guess hit up your Instagram. We have that posted there. Thank you very much. We'll talk soon, and everybody, please be safe out there.